The following directive was issued from party headquarters to all communists in the United States. It read, "When certain obstructionists become too irritating, label them as fascist or Nazi or anti-Semitic. In the public mind, constantly associate those who oppose us with those names which already have a bad smell. The association will, after enough repetition, become fact in the public mind."
Fascist.
Fascist.
Fascist political party. Radicals on the far right.
Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
Xenophobic.
Transphobic.
Uncle Tom's.
White supremacist.
Domestic terrorist.
Neo-Nazi organizer.
Nazis.
You are an anti-vaxxer.
Anti-vaxxers.
Racist.
Racist.
Racist. A racist.
And, or it could be my ethnicity.
Mainly created by angry, middle-aged white men.
In that sense, you're probably the most prominent racist in the country, the biggest racist in the UK.
And their patriotism turns into something smaller, something darker. An ethno-nationalism emerges.
Right, they're going back to some kind of like neo-Nazi Aryan race.
Ethno-nationalists. They're saying that non-whites need to be expelled from this country, all of them.
Ethno-nationalists, the people that are suddenly very, very noisy, making a lot of noise, believing in their minds that Britain can one day be 95%, 99% all white again, are living in cloud cuckoo land. Those days have gone.
Red lines won't have anything to do with ethnics. That's always been a red line for me. Anyone who knows me knows that. I am a Zionist. I am pro-Israel. They all hate that for some reason. I don't know why they hate Israel, because Israel is pretty much an ethno-nat state. From what I can see, it's a Jewish state.
I'm English, but my granddad and generations back was Italian, and my granddad from 9 generations back was German, all married English ladies, and I am English. Well, I'm afraid to say, if the ethno-nats get hold of you, you could be halved. Some of you sent to Italy, and some of you sent to Germany.
If you say or imply that people cannot be English or British because of the colour of their skin, then mark my words, we will fight you with everything we have, because you are the enemy of national renewal.
You see this wherever there is a divided community with a majority and a minority, for everyone immediately says, oh, well, this must be because the minority is being unjustly treated. In fact, in this country, the immigrant minority is not only not being unjustly treated, but they are being treated with a lavish concern, which no minority would enjoy in any other country in the world. So much so, as Mr. Hawley said in his report, they can't think what's wrong with our heads, the way we carry on. But then people say there wouldn't have been this violence if we weren't doing something wrong. So they immediately try to find out what it is that they were doing wrong to make up for it. The result of that is simply to put more power, more leverage in the hands of those who are operating the violence. And so it goes on until there is very natural, the technical term is a backlash. You have a backlash, and of course it would be called a white backlash. And so on one side and the other, you have what eventually erupts into a form of civil war. And we are, if we were asked to create the conditions for civil war, we couldn't do better than what we have been achieving and are continuing to accumulate in some of the major cities and industrial areas of this country.
How can you fetch more in when you haven't got enough housing, enough schools, the National Health Service is going to put over them? This is why we're doing it, because Enoch Powell spoke the truth and he's been sacked for it. This race relation issue goes well beyond the field of politics and trade union matters. This is an issue of national importance, as important to us as Dunkirk. And what is the issue about? The issue is not coloured immigration, but the denial of free speech to us, the English, in our own land. Enoch for Prime Minister!
We did everything we possibly could to make these people welcome and help them when they first came here. But as there's been more and more come into the town, we've said to the authorities, please, no more. We're full up. Still, they keep coming in by the hundred. Our only hope is to be able to get away from Southall, away from it all. Like everybody else, all our friends have gone. There's nothing left for English people in this town anymore.
We
haven't got a place left where we, the English people, can go and enjoy ourselves in this town.
After going through 2 world wars, we should at least have the dignity of being allowed to live with our own kind.
I've seen a great change take place in the population of this area. The people of this country have got to make up its mind what sort of a country Britain is going to be in 100 years' time. And it's not outside the bounds of possibility that future generations will look back on the British of today like we look back on the ancient Egyptians.
I'm an Englishman. I'm from Bermondsey, southeast London. My father was called George. He was also from Bermondsey. His father, another Bermondsey man, was called George too. And his father, my great-grandfather, is from the same place. He was called Edward. These 3 generations of my family were in the fish trade. I'm the first member of my family not to work at the market in Billingsgate. My great-grandfather had 11 brothers and sisters. They all married, except one. They had 43 children. Of these, 37 married. And between them, they had a further 159 children. One of those was my father. I don't know exactly how many of his generation married or exactly how many children they produced. I've so far tracked over 200 of them. Many still live in Bermondsey. Some are still in the fish trade. There are 7 called George and 5 called Victoria. I stand here in front of you as a representative of all of them. And I ask in their name the great question put by our patron, Mr. Powell. What do they know of England, who only England know? Or, what can my family, who come from England, who lived in England, who know only England, say of this, our country? Mr. Powell once spoke of the destruction of ancient Athens and the miraculous survival in the blackened ruins of that city of the sacred olive tree, the symbol of Greece, their country, And he also spoke of us, the English, at the heart of a vanished empire, seeming to find within ourselves, like one of our own oak trees, the sap rising from our ancient roots. And he said, perhaps after all, we, who have inhabited this island fortress for an unbroken 1,000 years, brought up, as he said, within the sound of English birdsong, under the English oak, in the English meadow, beneath the red cross of St. George, it is us who know most of England. And I appreciated him for saying that, because it was as if he spoke for my family, who understand well their own country, who understand even better their own capital, London town, as we used to call her. As we strolled in her parks, as we marvelled at her palaces, as we did business in the city, went west for a dance, took a boat on the river. The pale ale and eel pie of old London. The London of my family, for as many generations as I know. The London that within 15 years would be less than 50% white. London where in 15 years, a white person will be in the minority. Am I racist? No. Do I have anything against people of other races? No. Would I prevent them from coming into my home? No. So what then is my gripe? My gripe. And I speak on behalf of 7 men called George and 5 women called Victoria. My gripe is quite simple. My gripe is that we were never asked. My gripe is that we were told, not asked. And every day we are told again and again how we are to be and how our country is to be. We're told by them, and we know who they are. They're English too. They're the class that has always set themselves apart. They're the class that has always taken whatever they wanted for themselves. And now they are the class that is giving England away. They have never asked us, and they never will. Do we allow them to sell our heritage? Or is it time for us to speak? To speak. To refuse them the right to give away our holy, our bountiful, our only England that has nurtured us naked, grown us as the oak. Is it time for us that England know to come yet again and defend our country with our fire, our fists? Is it time for our sons to rise again?